Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Move 42, set, fight!
Duval, baby! Hey, everybody, it's Andrew, and welcome to episode 116 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be discussing the situation with Josh Oliver and him being ruled out for the entire NFL 2020 season with an injury. So let's get into it. Before we start, though, hit the subscribe button, show your boy some love and support. If you enjoy the content, give the video or podcast episode a like, and leave some feedback or a comment and let me know how you feel about the situation. Alrighty, so it was announced a few days ago, Josh Oliver, tight end that we drafted, he is going to be out for the rest of the season with a broken foot. And man, it's just been one thing after another with this guy. He was hurt last season with a hamstring injury. I think he only played like 4 games. He's just been injury prone. I thought he was going to be someone to, look out for and watch, but it's like I said, he's been injury prone. It's like one thing after another with this guy. And it just doesn't seem like the Jaguars have had much luck, with the tight end position the last, season or so, with James O'Shaughnessy getting, a torn ACL. Jeff Swaim was out. He got, I believe it was a concussion. And then with Josh Oliver and the hamstring situation, I did an episode a few weeks ago about David Njoku and going after him. And I said I didn't think that we would need to go after him because we had depth. Well, now, I'm not so sure at this point. Maybe it would have been a good idea to sign him, because it seems like our tight ends are very injury prone. Eifert's had some injury problems as well. So I don't know, man. It's just, I think at the end of the day, Oliver's probably going to end up getting released. He just can't stay healthy. I think this was like a non-contact, like broken foot in practice. So I don't think he's going to be with the team next season. So it'll be interesting to really see what happens. But, I'm not sure what to do with the whole tight end position because, we lost Seth Duvall to free agency. He went over to Carolina Panthers. So honestly, I think that's why the Jags drafted Tyler Davis from Georgia Tech. They probably knew that, Oliver's had some injury trouble, and especially after last season, like I said, we lost essentially 2 tight ends, O'Shaughnessy and Swaim, and actually 3 tight ends. We lost Oliver as well. So I don't know, man. It's a crazy situation. Always tons of drama and fun. It doesn't seem like we can stay healthy as a football team. That's one observation I have as well. I've said this in previous episodes where I feel like we're an injury-prone team. I don't know if it's the climate where, people are getting muscle pulls in practice because of the heat. I don't know if it's the training staff. I'm not an expert in that field, but it seems like we can't stay healthy. We had a lot of injuries last season. So I don't know what to say about it. Maybe I'm crazy, but it just seems to be like that's the flying ointment, that seems to be the trend, is that we are an injury-prone football team and we cannot stay healthy. And that seems to be the case. I think Josh Oliver played like 4 games, like I said, last season. He didn't show much. I think he had like 3 receptions for 15 yards. So I think it's going to be probably like one of those Marquise Lee situations where he's gonna get released, but I don't think he'll be with the team next year. But call me crazy, but I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. And then, it's funny because I was just checking, the news for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think Tyler Davis is on the injury list. So it's just like, it's never ending with the tight end position. It's just not been, a durable, steady position. But I'm hoping that is not the case in the regular season. I'm hoping we can stay healthy. O'Shaughnessy's back. And I really like him, man. He's a really solid tight end when he's healthy. He could have really had a breakout season in 2019 if he had not gotten hurt. He just finds a way to get open, and I think he's got a great relationship with Gardner Minshew. Seems like they kind of work together really well. He's a hardworking guy. He doesn't talk a lot of trash or anything. He just does his job, and I'm really excited to see what happens with him and what kind of season he has along with Eifert, because I think that's going to be a great combination. But let me know how you feel about the whole Josh Oliver debacle. I'm pretty frustrated, and I'm hoping, again, like I said, we have more stability at that position. But let me know how you feel. Leave a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Again, subscribe to the channel. Show your boy some love. Stay healthy, stay safe and sane. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Needing other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JagwarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.